In this video, I'm going to show you how to make any amendments to your survey, how to add questions, how to delete questions, and change images and things like that. So when you first log into your admin area, this is the dashboard that you'll arrive at, and it'll look just like this, although your survey will be called something different to Restaurant Example. So just quickly show you the things that you can actually see here. Restaurant Example, this is where we will click to go into edit our survey. Magic URL, this is if you want to actually add your survey to a Facebook page. You'll click on here and be able to do it within there. This is the link to your survey, so this is the URL that you will need to give to your customers to actually go to complete your survey. This is the date it's created. This status just shows that it is actually active. Then some of these are shown in other videos. This button is to be able to add your survey to your autoresponder, which is your existing email software. This is for meta settings. This is again something most people won't want to change this, but if you wanted to add keywords or descriptions to your survey, you could do that here. This final one is scheduler settings. So if you wanted a survey to only last for a period of time, you can put start dates and end dates, for example, here. And then this one again is covered in another video, and this shows you how to look at the statistics for your survey. So let's come back to here where it gives the name of your survey, and we just click on there to go into edit, and that will actually bring you in to a screen that looks just like this. So we'll firstly look down this left hand side and the different options you've got here. It's split into three main sections. One is the welcome screen, and this is the screen that people see when they first go to your survey. Then we've got the questionnaire, so these are all the different questions within your questionnaire. And then there's the thank you screen, which is obviously the screen they see after they've completed the questionnaire. The other options you've got on here, enable text to voice. Now if you click on that, when somebody comes into one of these screens, it will actually read all the text out to them. I personally am not keen on that because it's a little bit of an electronic voice, but you're welcome to try that yourself. You can always try it and then remove it again later if you want to, but it's something you can try yourself and see whether you like it or not. So within the welcome screen, again, you can enable text to voice for all different areas, or you could just enable text to voice for the welcome screen only, and that's what you do, you tick there. But if you don't want to do that, just leave it unticked. What we've got here is first of all the background settings for the welcome screen. So if you click on that, it will open up this area here. You've got different options here. One is the image settings, and this is the image that's actually in the background here already. Or you could in that background have a colour. If you click on set colour, that will give you the option of any colour you like as the background. You can see it changing on the right as I change these, so you can scroll up and down here, and then even more within that you can drag this around and just gradually change the colour to whatever it is you want. So if you just want a coloured background, that's how you do it. Alternatively though, if you want to change the image of the background, you click where it says image settings, and that will bring you into this page here. And here you've got several options. Firstly, if you've got a big image of your restaurant or your logo on your computer, you can click add image, and that will allow you to actually upload something from your own computer. Alternatively, there is the image library, and there are lots of images already in here of different things, not all restaurants, but you'll find certain ones that are restaurant orientated. There is one, for example, that you could particularly choose with some food on it, and when you've chosen one, you simply decide whether it wants to be stretched so that it fills the full screen, whether you want it repeating. You choose your options on there and simply click on the insert into welcome screen button. So that will set the background and change whatever comes behind your survey. Now this can again be set so that it appears behind every single question and the welcome screen and the thank you screen. You could, if you wanted to, and I'll show you when we get into the questionnaire section, change this so that it actually is a different image behind every single question. But personally, I don't think there's a great deal of point in that. Just have one representative image for your restaurant is all you really need. The next thing you will want to do is actually change the text on your welcome screen, and that is done just simply here on the right hand side, just clicking where you want to change and just changing the text. So you'll want to change your restaurant name, you could change any of the wording on any of these if you wanted to. You can just change that however you like. When you've done it and changed it, just click the save button at the top here. So that's all you need to do for the welcome screen. Let's click on now questionnaire. And this will let you change the questions. So on the right hand side here are your questions. If you wanted to delete one of these, you will just click the delete button. If you want to change the image behind a specific question, you could click on the set background button, and that will just show you a way of changing the background just for that question. If you want to make it a mandatory or compulsory question, you can click here, and that will just mark it as mandatory, and the customer won't be able to get past that question unless they've left an answer for it. If you want to change the wording of any of the questions, for example, you want to change this, how often you eat in a restaurant, if you wanted to change that, you click on it. It will then open up this left hand side here, and you can just change the wording on the left, and as you see it appears differently in the question here. So you can change those if you want to. If you wanted to add more answers or get rid of answers, clicking on this here will get rid of an answer. Clicking the plus sign will add an extra answer in. It comes up with some default wording. You click on there, and then again on the right hand side, sorry, the left hand side, you will change the actual question that you want to go into there. Now, as you see here, this says this is a single response question. There's also multi-response questions, so people can actually select a number of these options. Then also, as we come down the page, you can see the different types of question that we actually had within the survey. Here's one that's a comment box, so it's asking them to actually input text. Here's one that's a smiley rating that we've already seen. Here's a star rating. And at the bottom of the page is a heart rating as well. So again, you can change all of the wording, you can change all the type of those. If you want to add new questions, that is just down the left hand side. You either choose to add a single response question, so that is giving you a chance of text, images, an autoresponder, images and autoresponder, smiley, hearts, stars, etc. There are also the multiple choice answers, which could be text, images, or you can actually add one of these boxes that is just a comment box. All you would do to add one of these is simply click on it on the left hand side. So we want to add a single response smiley. We've clicked on that, and it just appears here at the very bottom. If you want to reorder any of these, just click on it and drag it to where you want it to appear, and then drop it. And then, like we said, we can change the text, etc. You can change font colours and background colours and things like that if you want to, but generally that doesn't need doing. It can all just stay as it is. So that's everything you need to do for your questions. And then the final one is the thank you screen. And again, if you want to change the wording in the thank you screen, you click on the right and you can change the wording. You could also change the background settings of the image there as well if you wanted to. If you didn't want them to actually give an email address at the end, then you could unclick here, and that will then stop them needing to give you an email address. But obviously that is part of our system. We want that, so that is definitely a good thing to ask for. If you want this button to be called something other than submit, you can change the wording in here, and that will have different wording, again changing colours. And finally, if you wanted to actually give away something, the giveaway settings here at the bottom, if for example you wanted to say thank you for completing our survey and we'll give you a discount voucher, this here will let you send them to a page on your website, for example, where you could have a discount code, or it could even send them to a video or to a file with something that you're giving away. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to say you're entered into our monthly draw for a bottle of champagne, you can just leave it without any giveaway settings, and they are just added onto your list. And all you need to do is each month look at your entire list of people and just choose one at random, and they could be given your bottle of champagne or whatever it is that you're deciding to give people. And then finally, when you've finished, all you do is click the save button, and that will amend everything and add all your changes to your survey. And so when you've made whatever changes you need to make or want to make, you can then have a look at your own survey link and just check it all looks good. You can actually do a preview here. You can press the preview button and this will actually open up your survey and show you what it looks like. So you can test it. When you're happy with that, as I say, you've saved it here, so it's all saved as you've made your changes, and that's it. You're ready to give that link to your customers.